הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד.
Hello and Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Hello, it's so nice to see all of you and to be with you on this beautiful Friday, on this beautiful Erev Shabbat. All of us here celebrating the end of the week into the relaxation of Shabbat. We have a lot of stuff going on tonight. We have services because it's Friday night, so we have that. That's important. We'll be celebrating a bar mitzvah happening tomorrow. Isn't that right, Drew? Yeah, okay, excellent. Fabulous. It's really wonderful. And we have a baby naming, which is really, really wonderful here in our congregation. Imler family, Mazel Tov. So that is really, really wonderful too. If you don't know who we are, that's Kendra Muchnick over there. I'm Rabbi Keller. Hello. If you are watching us on our live stream, we are thrilled and happy that you are on. If you're in person, we are also thrilled. If this is your first time here in the congregation, make sure you have a prayer book. If you're physically here, the prayer book is blue. It says Mishkan Tfilah on it. You can pray along and chant along and sing along with us throughout our whole Erev Shabbat, our whole evening Shabbat. And if you are watching on our live stream, hello, and you can also join us virtually. If you'd like, go to our website, cbiboca.org, and hit the menu button, and it'll drop down, and you'll be able to go to services, scroll down a little bit, and then you'll see the fabulous face of Cantor Muchnick.
Without my mask.
Without a mask. And next to his fabulous face is the link for you to press the virtual Siddur. So you can be praying along with us the whole time, which is exciting for us. So now we're going to officially start the service with lighting of Shabbat candles. We are going to invite Natalie up, aren't we? Natalie Matus? Are you coming up here to light the candles? Is this a surprise? Yeah, everyone can come up. Bring up whoever you want. Yeah, everyone come up. I love that. I love it.
Amen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kishanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
So we've lit our Shabbat candles, and so we are officially in Shabbat, where we can begin to relax, let go of the week, think about the sweetness we have coming ahead of us here for the next 25 hours, where everything is sweeter and nicer and gentler and calmer for us in our lives, hopefully, and God willing. And so we're going to, since we've sanctified our space and our time of Shabbat, we're going to continue to make things sweet with the Kiddush, which can be found on page 5. And I think, Drew, are you doing the Kiddush for us? Oh, Daryl's coming up too.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri agafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shapat kodsho me'ahavahu v'ratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit. Ki hu yom techila lemikrae kodesh zecher litziat Mitzrayim ki vanu v'acharta v'otanu kidashta mikol hamim v'shabat kodshecha be'ahava uvratzon hinchaltanu baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashabbat. Amen.
So candles are lit. We've also fulfilled the mitzvah of Kiddush, so our Shabbat is even extra sweetened now, and so we can continue with the beautiful words of Yedid Nefesh, which is right in the middle of page 10.
Yedid nefesh al harachamam meshoch avdecha el ritzonecha yarutz avdecha kemo aya ishtachaveh el mul hadarecha. Yedidutecha minofetzuf bechol ta'am Adonai שיכולת אהבתך אנא אל נא רפנה לה בהרות לה נועם זיווך אז תתחזק ותתרפא מהייתה לה שמחת עולם ידעי די 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 ידעי די 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 ידעי די 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 ידעי די די ידעי די 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 ידעי די 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 ידעי די 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 ידעי די די ידעי
We continue with the beautiful poem composed by Shlomo Halevi in the 16th century while he was reflecting on the connection to God that he felt and that he felt in his community in Sfat with the Kabbalists reflecting on the female presence of God, this connection that we can make, this connection that we make every Friday night with a bride that spends time with us, making the challah a little better, making the family a little stronger, making our studies more deep and meaningful. With the words Lecha Dodi, Shlomo Halevi creates for us this beautiful connection, this beautiful thought. Where my mic comes off and on. Shlomo Halevi connects with the beautiful words of Lecha Dodi, page 20 and 21. We'll be doing verses 1, 2, 5, and 9. Verse number 9 will be standing up and facing the door to welcome in the Shabbat bride. Page 20.
שמור וזכור בדיבורך השמיענו אל המיוחד אדוני אחד ושמו אחד לשמו תפארת ולתהילה Lecha Dodi likrat kala b'nei Shabbat nekabela likrat Shabbat lechu כי מקור הברכה מראש מקדם נשוך סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה לך דודי לקראת קלה בני שבת נקמלה התעוררי כי באורך קומי אורי שיר דבי דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקמלה. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה. תוך אמוני עם סגולה, בואי חלה, בואי חלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה.
Please be seated. We continue with the second half of Psalm 92. Psalm 92 is a very important psalm. It's Mizmor LeYom HaShabbat. It is a psalm that is especially connected for Shabbat. And so we're going to do the second half of it. So it's on page 22. It's Psalm 92 on page 22, and we're going to be singing along with Cantor Muchnick the words Tzadik Katamar Ifrach. That's the that is the indented section towards the bottom of the page. Tzadik Katamar Ifrach on page 22.
Tzadik Katamar Yifrach, Ke'erez balvanon Yiskeh Shetulim Beveit Adonai Bechatzrut Eloheinu Yafrichu Ojenuvun Beseva Teshenim Mera'ananim Yashar Adonai Tzuri Melo Avlatabo.
We slowly transition away from Kabbalat Shabbat, and before we move into the main part of our evening service, the great separator, the Chatzi Kaddish, is where we will continue on page 26.
Yitkadal veyitkadash shemei rabba, belman divrachirute v'yamlich malchute, bechayechon v'yomechon, uvchaye dechol beit Yisrael, bagala, bagala, uvizman kari ve'imeru, Amen. Yehishmei Rabba Mevorach, לעולם לעולמי מaya יתברך, יתברך וישתבח, ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי דקודשה בריחו לעילה, מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, תמירן בעלמה, ואמרו Amen.
Continue with the Baruch Hu now on page 28, where we connect with the words, Am I awake? 28, and together we stand.
Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Yada-lai-lai-lai, 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 yada-lai-lai-lai. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed, le'olam va'ed. Yada-lai-lai-lai, 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 yada-lai-lai-lai.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bidvaro ma'ariv ערבים. בחוכמה בוטח שערים ולבונם, משנה עתים, מחליף את הזמנים, מסדר את הכוכבים במשמרותיהם כרצונו. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, ruler of the universe, who speaks the evening into being. Baruch atah Adonai, hama'ariv aravim. Let's continue on page 33. At the bottom, and let's alternate paragraphs. Wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol, all these things your Torah gives to us, and the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives. What could be a truer token of your abiding love than this holiest of your works and living language that gives it form? Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Va'ed.
Please be seated. We continue V'ahavta, page 36.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
We continue now on the top of page 39. Let's read that together. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, there's eternally Egypt, there's a better place, a promised land. The winding way to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there's no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together, Michamocha on page 40.
מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש. נורא תהילות עושה פלא, נורא תהילות עושה פלא, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. מלכותך ראו בניך, בוקע ים לפני משה ומרים, זה אלי ענו ואמרו, זה אלי ענו ואמרו, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש, מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נדר בקודש. נורא עושה, נורא עושה, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד.
Exodus tells us that we are not only supposed to do Shabbat, like, it's Friday night, it's Saturday. Well, Exodus, the book of Exodus, the section in Exodus tells us that we're supposed to keep the Shabbat. We're supposed to do Shabbat. We're supposed to appreciate Shabbat. We're supposed to be connected to Shabbat. And so this is a good moment to think about ways where you can enhance your Shabbat enhancement, if you will. Not just now, but tomorrow. Maybe reflect tomorrow and think, I was partially listening to that rabbi last night, and he said, I should do something about Shabbat. I don't remember what he said the other times or what he was doing, but I reflect, maybe. And so it's a gift that we get to keep every single week. We get a little bit of this taste of, some say, maybe 1/60th of paradise, that we can spend time in this beautiful, in these moments of Shabbat. And so these words in our Siddur, in our prayer books, speak of keeping Shabbat and connecting to Shabbat with Vishamru on page 44.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת.
We continue now with the Amidah, page 46, and together we stand.
Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagi tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avoteinu v'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor Vehanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Vekonei Hakol, Vezocher Chaste Avot Ve'imahot, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם עזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיה הכל אתה רב להושיע, משיב הרוח ומוריד הגשם. מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיה הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר, מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומידו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישוע, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיה הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
We take some time now for our own silent prayers, thoughts, and meditations, beginning on page 52 through page 62. And when you are finished, please be seated. continue on page 60.
Shalom Raha Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Raha Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Raha Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Raham Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Ki atahu melech adon lechol hashalom. Shalom Raham Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. Shalom Raham Yisrael Amcha Tasim Leolam. V'tol beinecha levarech et Amcha Yisrael bechol עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. שלום רב ישראל עמך תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם. תשים לעולם.
Rabbi Silvers, how do you feel about doing a baby naming? Yes.
Oh, last year I had the great honor of marrying two lovely young people, and they've come back to the synagogue tonight with their newborn son, so that we might bestow upon him his Hebrew name. So I'm going to ask Amanda and Doug Imler to come down and bring their son Jacob with you. Now, Jacob is only 8 days old. Jacob is very young. Oh my God, he's so little. He's so tiny. I'm so glad to see you guys. Come here. All right. So, your parents.
We are.
Okay. All right. So what I want you to do. So I'm going to start. Baruch haba b'shem Adonai berachnuchem mi beit Adonai. Blessed are you who come here. In the name of God, we bless you from this house of God. Our God and God of our ancestors, we offer thanks for the countless blessings which creation has bestowed upon us. We are especially thankful for the sacred joy and privilege of parenthood, which gives supreme meaning and purpose to our existence. Grateful for the gift of new life, joyfully these parents seek blessing and guidance for the upbringing of their child. May they be granted wisdom, patience, and devotion, that they may rear him to live in accordance with the values of Judaism. Now you guys read here. Read together.
In conformity with hallowed Jewish observance, we present our child to receive a name in Israel, In the presence of this congregation, we give our child the name Yisrael
Go
ben
ahead.
Gedalia Ahava.
Very nice. What a great name, Yisrael. You guys have great names too. Gedalia, the great one, and Ahava, the lovely one. We thank God who has enabled us all to be here and share in this wonderful and joyous occasion as we offer the Shehechianu prayer. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam Shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Praised are you, eternal our God, sovereign of the universe, who has kept us in life, sustained us, enabling us to celebrate this great day with Amanda, with Doug, and with their new son, Jacob. Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu kayim et hayeled hazeh le'aviv u'le'imo v'yikareh shmo b'Yisrael, Yisrael ben Gedalia ve'ahava. Yismechu horeha b'gdulei yakiram, zeh hakaton gadol yihiyeh. Kishem shenichnas labrit ken yikanes leTorah, u'lechuppah, u'ma'asim tovim. Our God and God of our people, sustain this child, Jacob Matthew Imler, unto his parents, as we bestow upon him in your presence the Hebrew name Yisrael, the son of Gedalia and Ahava. May his name be a source of joy to him and inspire him to serve our people and all humanity. May his parents rejoice in his growth of body and soul as they have brought him into the covenant, so may they with wisdom and patience lead him to the study of Torah, to the chuppah for a marriage worthy of God's blessing, and to a life of good deeds, and we all say amen. You know, you both have participated, you have fulfilled half of the very first commandment in the Torah, pru urvu, to be fruitful and multiply. You now have a son, but to fulfill the commandment, do you know what Jewish tradition requires? One more. A girl.
I'm working.
Are you working on it?
Not yet, but you know.
Okay. All right. But, all right. Oh, you're so beautiful. Come a little closer. I'm going to give him a little blessing. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you and keep you. Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chunecha. May the light of God shine upon you and be gracious unto you. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God lift his face with great favor upon you, Jacob, and God bless you with the fullness, the wholeness of peace. And we all say, amen.
Amen.
Simen tov, a mazel tov, a mazel tov, a simen tov, a mazel tov, a mazel tov, a simen tov, a mazel tov, a mazel tov, a simen tov. Yehelanu, 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 Ulecho Yisrael. David melech Yisrael, chai v'kayam. David melech Yisrael, chai v'kayam.
He is quite complacent, isn't he? He is quite.
He sleeps a lot.
Does he?
After his mother.
Nice. So here's the certificate. The certificate states that Jacob Matthew Imler, son of Douglas and Amanda Imler, was named and blessed in the sanctuary of the Lord, Congregation B'nai Israel of Boca Raton, Florida, and given the Hebrew name Yisrael ben Gedalia v'Ahava. May you come to be in Israel a shining name. So this is for you guys.
Thank you.
And as well, we have a little gift for him. So hopefully he'll join the ranks. He's a B'nai Israel baby.
Thank
And
you so much.
perfect, blue for a boy.
Yes.
And then when you work on the girl, we'll give you a pink one for her.
All right. Thank you so much, Rabbi. It's been amazing. Thank you.
Thank you so
Oh,
much.
you're so welcome. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rabbi.
Thank you. Oh, and Mazel Tov to all the grandparents here. Mazel Tov. May you have great pride and joy in your new grandson. Okay, Rabbi.
does so good. I like the baby namings. The baby namings are fun. Maybe we should do it again. It was fun. It was really fun. So here's my question for you. Raise your hand and tell me if you sleep well at hotels. Who sleeps well at hotels? Who does not sleep well at hotels? All right, thank you. At least 15 of you didn't raise your hand. So I know it's a lot of stretch for your hand, but let's try this again. Those who sleep really well at a hotel. Well, see, there are more hands because you raised. Now, hands for not sleeping well at the hotel. Oh, I would say it's pretty even. I would say. I don't know. It's pretty close. Do you sleep well at a hotel?
I do, because if I'm at a hotel, I'm on vacation, and I only sleep on vacation.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. That's nice. It's good. You only sleep on vacation. That's right. I need it's usually on that 6th day of the 6 days that I sleep well at the hotel, and then I have to go back to work. So it is not good. I do not sleep well at hotels. I don't know. It doesn't matter. They sometimes give you 3 or 4 pillows, and I twist them, and they turn them, and I fold them, and I thing, and I can't. I don't know it. You might think it's crazy, but I haven't traveled that much during this COVID window. But even the COVID window, I'm taking my own pillowcase to put on the pillows. Sometimes I triple it, not just because I'm a little crazy, but with the COVID, but also it makes makes it a little more comfortable, like the pillow. It doesn't work still. It doesn't work. I don't sleep well at hotels. I really just want to bring that up with you today. I have nothing else to say about the Torah or anything. I just wanted to ask you if you sleep well at a hotel. So, Shabbat Shalom. No. So the Torah portion has a connection to this idea of a hotel. So first I'll tell you. Do you know the first ever hotel? The first thing that actually was called a hotel. There have been inns before, obviously, and there have been other different kinds of places that you can stay. But officially, the first hotel was the City Hotel, and it was in New York. And it was built in 1790. No, not 1794. In 1494. Yeah, 1494. Yeah. No, I'm sorry, 1794. I'm missing my notes. Right. It's 1794. This is when it existed. 1794 through 1849. That's when this thing stood. This City Hotel, the first official functioning hotel in the United States, was in New York. It was immense. It had 5 stories. It had 78 rooms. And how much did it cost to stay there for the week? $1. $1. Just like now. Hotels cost the same amount of money. So I want to talk to you about this idea of a hotel and sleeping a little bit in this week's Torah portion, which is called Chayei Sarah. It means the life of Sarah. And it's a fascinating Torah portion with lots of pieces in it. The one major one is, of course, that Sarah dies, and then there's this purchase of a cave that Abraham makes, which is really fabulous. And then the most interesting part, I think, for me that I was thinking of in connection to a hotel is that Abraham asks his best buddy, his servant, but I think that it was much more than that. He was really his closest, I think his closest friend, if you will. And he's named much later. It's very hard to find his name initially, but it's Eliezer eventually is his name. And he says to his son, Abraham says to Eliezer, I need you to find a wife for my son Isaac. I need you to go and travel, and I need you to find a wife for my son Isaac. Go and do it. And Eliezer says, fine. So he goes and he travels, and he gets to a well, which, by the way, what does that mean? What does it mean if there's a well in a Jewish text? What does that mean? Someone's getting married. That's what it means. So he ends up by a well, and this woman comes, sort of shows up, and her name was Rebecca. Oh, interesting. And she fills the camels really with water, because he'd been traveling, and he gives them, and he kind of decides if she's the right person or not, and she's very kind and very lovely, and she gives all the water to the camels. And then here is this interesting part. He says, hey, are you related somehow to someone else that I know? And might you have a place for me to stay? And he asks her that question. Do you have a place for me to stay? And she says, yes, I have somewhere for you to sleep. But here's the interesting part, is the Hebrew on this. So I can tell you've been waiting all week for me to talk to you about the Hebrew in this one part. I can see the relief in your faces coming now, because I'm going to tell you this. And this is, so when Eliezer asks Rebecca, do you have a place for me to stay? He says the word lalin. Lalin. She responds, and she says, of course you can stay. And she says, lalun. So lalin and lalun. And by the way, the Hebrew word for a hotel is a malon. So this was the origination of the idea of a hotel, is kind of born from this piece of text. But why do I bring up lalin and lalun? Because according to our greatest commentary writer of all time, Rashi, he says that lalin was for one night, because Eliezer asked Rebecca, can I just stay for one night because I'm on this mission? And she says, not just for one night, you can stay however long you want. And this is when our commentaries say Eliezer knew this is the perfect person. This is the perfect person for Isaac. She's kind, she's thoughtful, she's welcoming, she's warm, she's kind. He asked, can I just stay for the one night? And she said, you can stay for as many as you'd like. And so last week, we learned about hospitality. We learned about Abraham running around being hospitable. And now in the next generation, when we connect with Isaac and then Isaac's wife in this beautiful text, we find out that she's also this incredible person who is goes out of her way to be so kind and so nice and so warm and so caring. And so on this Shabbat, I ask us all, first of all, I hope that you lalun well, you sleep well, particularly if you are in your own bed, if you are visiting or you are in town from, visiting for any one of our happy occasions that you are here and you're staying at the hotel. I hope you sleep well. And I hope that we, not only do we sleep well, but I hope that this connection that we can make with the beauty of Rebecca connects with us as well, that it becomes our job to go out of our way to be hospitable. We are supposed to go out of our way as Jews to go one step forward and say, don't just stay for the one night. You're welcome to stay as long as you want, and you are welcome as part of the family. And I hope that we can all do this on the Shabbat, and I hope that you sleep very well tonight. Shabbat Shalom. We think of those in our community who are in need of healing, physical, emotional, or spiritual healing. We are thinking of Chava, Leah Bat Esther, Gary Bendel, Lillian Bushell, Sloan Caston, Brian Church, Karen Coles, Chuck Curry, Mark Davis, John Day, Jaden Deal, Anthony D. John Tomaso, Judith Dratler, Margot Engel, Bobby Fitchman, Herbert Fitchman, Stuart Fruman, Ellen Hedrick, Larry Horn, Paulette Howard, Stan Jacobson, Ira Kafka, Shirley Kafka, Gary Kane, Michelle Kingen, Esther Rhoda Kaufman, Stuart Kruger, Gloria Land, Rochelle Liebman, Mark Rosenberg, Lexi Schlessenberg, Jason Seidman, David Schwartz, Martin Edelman. To those names, we had any name that you would like to add at this time. Mishabach, page 253.
Mi sheberach avoteinu mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi sheberach imotenu mekor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shelema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen.
We have some announcements for you on this fine Erev Shabbat. We had services just now, right? Didn't we?
Just finished.
Yeah, we're just at the end. So that's happening now. Tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. Is our at 8:30 a.m. tomorrow. Did I say 8:30 or 9:30?
8:30.
Yeah, I gotta say 8:30. Tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. is our service at 8:30, including our Torah study. That is on Zoom. So that is if love to have you join us on Zoom for our study about Chayei Sarah. Lots of incredibly fabulous layers of Torah to peel open tomorrow. So hope that you'll join us. And then tomorrow, it's 4:45 or 5:30?
5:30.
5:30, something else is happening. Manus family. Woohoo, yay. That's very exciting, yay. Drew's hands aren't up, but everyone else's hands. So that was good. All right, good, okay. 6 hands went up. All right, great. Next week is Chardonnay Shabbat. So please join us. Services are at 6:15 next week, not at 7. 6:15 next week, Chardonnay Shabbat. So services is at 6:15. Nice service, and then afterwards we'll be having some Chardonnay because it's Chardonnay Shabbat.
Yeah.
So we'll do that, and there'll be some food from VIP and some nice wine, and it'll be very nice. And then that following week, is our Shabbat honoring our veterans. So that's going to be that following week. So that's the 12th. The 12th. Right, thank you. So that's the 12th of November. So I think that's what's coming up. Anything else you can think of?
Thanksgiving.
Great. That's nice. That's not that far away, I suppose. That is true. I do love Thanksgiving. It's my favorite holiday. Do you know why?
No.
Because I don't have to work. And I get to watch football, which is fun. On Thanksgiving, that's all I do. Okay. All right. We are going to begin to conclude our services. We're going to continue now with Aleinu. That's on page 282 in your Sidurim, 282, and together we stand.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
Before we even move into Kadisha Tom to Mourner's Kaddish, we just want to mention we want to mourn the loss of a longtime member, Renee Marcus, who is a longtime member of CBI and volunteer and former member of the WRJ. So I want to share that with our congregation before we even move into the vicinity of Mourner's Kaddish this evening. In the period of Shiva, the immediate 7-day mourning period, we think of Joyce Weinstock, and also we think of our yortsites that occur for us this week: Ruth Finkelstein, Israel Galgamov, Melvin Gittner, Mitchell Goldstein, Sarah Calvert, Harriet Kravitz, Mark Landau, Florence Medoff, Janet Newberger, Jack Perry, Irvin Schwartz, Isabel Shapira, Sal Shapiro, Jacob Smilowitz, Sophia Weiner. To those names, we had any name that you would like to add at this time. Kadisha Tom Mourner's Kaddish can be found on page 294. Yitkadal v'yikadash shmei Rabbah, ve'alma divrach v'yirteh ve'amlich malchuteh, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah v'barach le'olam u'lamei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh,
ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי דקודשה בריחו. לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תשבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמא ואמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ואמרו אמן.
May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel. As together we say,
Amen.
Amen. Please be seated. We are going to conclude our service with Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharetz, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bachuni L'Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Zeitchem Shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Adonai Oz la'amo yiten, Adonai v'rechet amo v'shalom. God who gives strength unto us, unto people, continue to bless us with hope and strength and love and peace. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Shabbat Shalom.